Hello guys, today I will talk about basic of English language in one shot. So let us start. What is English? English is a global language that is used in reading, writing, speaking, even understanding in the whole world. There are various types of English spoken in the world like Indian English, American English, British English, African English, Caribbean English, Scottish English, Irish English, Canadian English, and etc. Father of English in the world is Geoffrey Chaucer. He was from England. He is also known as the father of English poetry. The father of English in India was Lord Macaulay. So now, what is grammar? A subject by which we know how to read, write, and speak any language correctly. And who is the father of English grammar in the world? He was Lindley Murray. He was from America. Now, what is language? A system of communication by which we share our views, ideas, thought, feelings, and emotion to other is called language. Language can be expressed by three ways. The first one is oral language, second one is written language, and the third one is sign language. Now, what is letter? The smallest unit of any language that can be further divided into a smaller unit is called letter, like A, B, C, D, E, F, etc. English language has 26 letters, but it produces 44 sounds. English alphabet has been divided into two parts, vowel and consonant. The letter A, E, I, O, U are known as vowel. Vowel has been divided into two parts. The first one is monophthong and the second one is diphthong. So guys, let's see what is monophthong. When we use single word in a word and it produces single sound, it is called monophthong. So let's see again. When we use single vowel in a word and it produces single sound, it is called monophthong. Example: pun, bun, net, bill, etc. And monophthong produces 12 sounds. And guys, let's see what is diphthong. When two sounds are combined into one and two vowel coming together is called diphthong. Let's see again. When two sounds are combined into one and two vowel coming together is called diphthong. As air, fair, au, cause, ei, self, oi, oil. Let's me explain you that जैसे कि जब हम कोई भी वाउल लेते हैं जैसे कि ए आई, ये दोनों ही वाउल है। ए भी वाउल है एंड आई ये भी वाउल है। तो जब ये दोनों साथ में हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं जैसे कि ए आई आर, तो ये दोनों जब आए कोई एक वर्ड यूज़ करने के लिए, वर्ड बनाने के लिए, तो हम जैसे कि एयर हो गया, तो इसी एयर वर्ड को हम डिप्थोंग कहेंगे। तो जब हम कोई दो साउंड यानी कि दो वाउल यूज़ करते हैं और एक वर्ड बनाने के लिए, तो उसी को डिप्थोंग कहते हैं। जहाँ पे दो वाउल यूज़ हो कोई एक वर्ड बनाने के लिए और दोनों एक ही साथ आवाज़ निकले, उसी को हम डिप्थोंग कहेंगे। जैसे कि ए आई से एयर, ए यू से कॉज, ई आई से सेफ, ओ आई से ऑयल, ओ यू से आवर, यू आई से बिल्ट, यू ई से ब्लू. So, and it is also known as gliding vowel. Guys, diphthong produces 8 sound. And let's see what is a script. A system of writing with the use of letters and characters by hand is called script. There are many scripts used in the world. Some of them are Devanagari for Hindi, Roman for English, Persian for Urdu, Gurumukhi for Punjabi. So let's see what is a spelling. The correct sequence of letters that forms a word is called spelling. What is word? A group of letters which give a complete meaning is called word. Word without meaning, word with meaning. Word without meanings are OBY, GRIL, IWTAE. Let me make a word. So I'm going to make a word by OBY. So OBY is equals to boy, GRIL is equals to girl, IWTAE is equals to water, and TPOE is equals to pole. Poet. Sorry, LPOE is equals to pole. And let's see what is prefix. Letter or a group of letter which added before a root word is called prefix. prefix like when we use in before charge it become in charge, when we use dis before charge it become discharge, when we use un before fortunate is become unfortunate, and when we use un before lucky it's become unlucky. And let's see what is suffix. Letter or a group of letters which are added at the end of any root word is called suffix. As full, it is equals to careful, beautiful, successful, etc. And guys, let's see what is synonym. Words which gives it similar, nearer meaning is called synonym. Like huge is equals to vast, big, giant, and small is equals to tiny, pygmy, and little, etc. And let's see what is antonyms. तो अब देखते हैं antonyms क्या होता है. Word which give its opposite meaning is called antonyms. So as noise is equals to silence, wet is equals to dry, nicely is equals to badly. जैसे नॉइस मतलब होता है बहुत ज़्यादा शोर करना, और साइलेंस मतलब होता है शांति, यानी कि चुप से रहना, और वेट मतलब गीला होता है, वहीं पे ड्राई मतलब सूखा होता है. तो सिंपल सी बात है, जब हम किसी भी वर्ड के विपरीत अर्थ बताते हैं उन्हीं को एंटोनिम्स कहते हैं. वर्ड विच गिव्स इट्स अपोजिट मीनिंग इज कॉल्ड एंटोनिम. या व्हाट इज होमोफॉर्म्स. Words which gives provide similar sound but have different meaning and spelling is called homophones, like dear and dear. The first one is DEER and the second one is DEAR. Both are different for each other. And the second one is our and OWR, and the second one is HOUR. Then we used to speak them like our. So both are similar in sound but different in meaning. So they are called as homophones. And what is homonyms? Word which have similar sound and spelling but different meaning is known as homonyms, like bank, shaw, date, etc. And let's see what is syllable. Word or a part of word which has a vowel sound is called a syllable, like mat, and the second one is matter, and the third one is maternal, and the fourth one is material, and the fifth one is interpersonal. And let's see what is consonant. All the letter except A, E, I, O, U is known as consonant. There are 21 consonants in English. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. Note: consonant have total 24 sounds, and there is a semivowel consonant letter which act like a vowel in a word is called semivowel, as W and Y, like example fly, sky, dry, cry, try, etc. And there is an amazing fact that rhythm is the longest word in English formed without any vowel. तो रिदम एक ऐसा शब्द है जो कि इंग्लिश अक्षरों से बना है, तो जो कि बिना किसी वाउल के है. So rhythm is the longest word in English formed without any vowel. And let's see what is phrase. A group of words which forms a sense but not complete sense. Example, on account of bag and baggage. And kinds of phrase. There are 5 kinds of phrase: noun phrase, adjective phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, prepositional phrase. Noun phrase, a group of words which act like a noun in a sentence, is called noun phrase. Note: a noun phrase always takes a noun with it. Example, a red apple, a tall tree. Note: noun phrase is also used as 5-way, like Subhan teaches grammar as a subject, I have met Subhan as an object, my English teacher Subhan as a complement, she believes in Subhan as an object preposition. Our grammar teacher Subhan is absent today, case in opposition. So I think you guys have understand noun phrase and all the types of this. All the ways of noun phrase, how it is used. The second one is adjective phrase. A group of words which act like an adjective in a sentence is called adjective phrase. Like, the lake has timeless beauty. She had big blue eyes. Third, Verb phrase. A group of words which act like a verb in a sentence is called verbal phrase. Example: she will have been sleeping in office. Will have been sleeping in office is verb phrase. I have been passed the exam. I have been exam this I have been passed this exam is verb phrase. Fourth, adverb phrase. A group of words which act like an adverb in a sentence is called adverb phrase. Example: very careful, so alternatively, by and by, at any time. I would learn it by and by. Example is I would learn it by and by is adverb phrase. It is also said as adverbial phrase. And the fifth one is prepositional phrase. A group of words which is act like a preposition in a sentence is called prepositional phrase. Like before, beside, cause. You guys know that before is a preposition. When you use this as prepositional phrase, it becomes in front of, and beside becomes in addition to, and cause become on account of. So what is clause? A group of words which has at least a subject and a predicate. Example: when you come. Note: a clause can give either complete, but all the clause can't be a sentence. Kind of clause too. There is two kinds of clause. Coordinating clause, it's said also said as independent clause, and the second one is dependent as subordinating clause. The coordinating clause as a clause is found using coordinating conjunction. Example: I teach but the student did not study. And the second one is subordinating clause as a clause which does not give its complete meaning, called dependent clause. Example: when you come I shall teach you. Types of dependent clause. Dependent clause can be formed by the following clause. The first one is noun clause, second one is adjective clause, and the third one is adverbial clause. The first clause, noun clause, is a clause which act like a noun in a is called noun clause, and the second one is adjective clause. A clause which act like an adjective is called adjective clause. I know example, I know the matter which you are deserving about. So here is matter as adjective clause. And the adverbial clause. A clause act like adverb is called adverbial clause. It is simple. A clause act like adverb is called adverbial clause. These are very easy. That noun clause में भी बहुत easy है कि जो clause एक noun की तरह act करते हैं उन्हें noun clause कहते हैं, और जो क्लॉज एडजेक्टिव की तरह एक्ट करें किसी भी सेंटेंस में उन्हें एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज कहते हैं. जैसे किसी भी क्लॉज में कोई जैसे कि कोई वर्ड आया और जो एक एडजेक्टिव की तरह एक्ट कर रहे हैं, वो एडजेक्टिव की तरह दिखा रहे हैं, तो उन्हें हम एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज कह सकते हैं. क्योंकि वो एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज ही होंगे तो हम उन्हें ये सिंपली हम पता कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि अगर कोई वर्ड आ गया, जैसे कि एग्जांपल ये है आई नो द मैटर विच यू आर डिजर्विंग अबाउट, तो इसमें जो मैटर है ये एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज है. तो इससे हमें पता चल जा रहा है कि ये एक एडजेक्टिव की तरह यूज़ हो रहा है, तो ये एक एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज है. द थर्ड वन इज़ एडवर्बियल क्लॉज. तो ये तो ईजी है ही. जब कोई एडवर्ब की तरह एक्ट करे किसी क्लॉज में तो वो एडवर्बियल क्लॉज हो गया. लाइक एग्जाम्पल, ही वेंट वेयर योर ब्रदर वेंट. सो हियर इज वेंट एडवर्बियल क्लॉज. सो अब हम बात करेंगे सेंटेंस. व्हाट इज सेंटेंस? अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड विच मेक अ कंप्लीट सेंस. इट इज़ सिंपल. लाइक जब कोई भी वर्ड, जैसे कि ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड विच में कंप्लीट सेंस, जब कोई ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड एक कंप्लीट मीनिंग देते हैं, कोई एक पूरा कंप्लीट अर्थ बताते हैं, तो उन्हें हम सेंटेंस कहते हैं. अ सेंटेंस ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विथ कैपिटल लेटर एंड एंड्स विथ सम स्पेसिफिक लाइक फुल स्टॉप, exclamation mark and question mark. And the question is, how many type of sentences? The first one is assertive sentence, a sentence which express a positive or negative sentence. Example, how to ride a bike is positive. She doesn't accept my request. Is it negative? Yeah, this is negative sentence. It also has two parts, affirmative and negative. Note, an assertive sentence starts with capital letter and ends with full stop, What is interrogative sentence? A sentence which asks question like, are you playing cricket? And it also has two parts. The first one is interrogative first and second one is interrogative second. The interrogative first is yes no type question, like when we use a yes no type question before the sentence, it will give the answer. Then we will find that this is interrogative first, and we will use ws type question to interrogative sentence, and when it will give the answer, then we can find that this is interrogative second sentence. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू इन डिटेल। जैसे कि इंट्रोगेटिव फर्स्ट में हम येस नो टाइप क्वेश्चन करते हैं, तो जैसे कि अ सेंटेंस विच स्टार्ट विथ एनी हेल्पिंग वर्ब। एग्जाम्पल, हैव यू टेकन लंच? येस, आई हैव टेकन लंच। सो वी हैव फाइंड आंसर, देन इट इज़ इंट्रोगेटिव फर्स्ट. An interrogative sentence, a sentence which has been any question word, is called interrogative second. The answer of such question can't be given in yes or no. When you will come, तुम कब आ रहे हो? नहीं, ये तो कोई आंसर ही नहीं बना ना। तो इसका मतलब कि जब हम yes no से क्वेश्चन करेंगे या फिर WS से क्वेश्चन करेंगे तो इसका आंसर नहीं मिलेगा। सो तब हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं कि ये इंट्रोगेटिव सेकेंड है। And the third one is imperative sentence, a sentence which expresses any order, request, command, emotion, suggestion, advice, negation. Note, it always ends with full stop. It has subject, you in hidden form, like stand up, command, shut your mouth, order, please, be regular, request, take medicine in time, advice, don't chew nails, negation. Fourth one is operative sentence, a sentence which expresses the sense of prayer, wish, blessing, or cure is called operative sentence. May you get your loved one wish. Go to hell, cure. May your journey safe, prayer. May you live long, blessing. जैसे हम किसी के पैर छूते हैं ना, तो वो बोलते हैं मे यू लिव लॉन्ग, कि आपकी उम्र लंबी हो, तो ये एक ब्लेसिंग होता है। So those sentences generally start with what and how. Some sentences sometimes which again those sentences generally start with what and how, sometimes with interjection word like alas, hurrah, bravo, etc. 5. Exclamatory sentences are sentences which express some sudden feeling of hurt is called exclamatory sentences. Note, those exclamatory sentences also ends with note of exclamation mark. Example, what a letter, surprise, how cute, applause, alas, he died, sorrow, bravo, you played well. It is application. On the basis of structure of a sentence has another three kinds: a simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. The first one is a sentence which take a single independent clause in it is called simple sentence. Example, I like to eat. Dependent clause plus simple sentence. Second one is compound sentence, a sentence which consists of at least two independent clause. जब कोई सेंटेंस दो इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज से मिलकर बना हुआ होता है, जिसमें बीच में कंजक्शन यूज होता है उनको ज्वाइन करने के लिए, तो उसे हम कंपाउंड सेंटेंस कहते हैं. Note, a compound sentence is made up of a coordinating conjunction. The third one is complex sentence, a sentence which has a dependent clause and as an independent clause. जब किसी भी सेंटेंस में एक डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज होता है और एक इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज होता है, तब वह हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस होता है. इफ़ यू कम आई शैल टीच यू. तो यहाँ पे एक डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है और एक इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है. जब तुम आओगे तो ये डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है, और तब मैं तुमको पढ़ाऊँगा तो ये इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है. तो ये हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस हुआ. So what are the parts of sentences? There are two parts of sentences. Subject and a predicate. What is subject? When we use a name of a person, place, animal or thing in a statement. Example, the marker was quite black. She has danced well. Subhan is an English teacher. Note, a subject is found by questioning to the verb with the word who and when. Like Subhan is an English teacher. Who is an English teacher? Subhan is an English teacher. तो यहाँ पे हमें who and when का क्वेश्चन करने से आंसर मिल रहा है, तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पे इसमें सब्जेक्ट है. तो आपका इंग्लिश टीचर कौन है? सुभान इंग्लिश टीचर है। सुभान सर हमारे इंग्लिश के टीचर हैं। सो the second one is predicate. The predicate provide information about the subject in a statement. It must have at least a finite verb. As the fan was moving rapidly. Was moving is finite verb. Note, a predicate may consist of single verb. So here our basics ends. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video and I hope you have understand this. So thank you for watching.